Hey everyone, welcome to a quick tips video on how to build a trader's outpost, a couple of design ideas and some lighting ideas. The first one, if you use the map glitch, you can store level 1 4 businesses, 4 of your stores into the dining area. And what will happen is during the daytime you actually get the 4 merchants will stand on the inside quite easily. There'll be no collision or anything, so it'll actually look like you've got a small store built into your diner. The other good thing is if one of them is your bar, as mine is here, any settlers that aren't particularly busy at the moment, if they're not assigned to a job, or if it's gone 10 PM as it is here, they'll come and they'll interact with your chairs, which if you then wanted to drop a few items on the counter would actually make it look like they're interacting with your bar quite nicely. Next trick, with the pylons you can create outdoor lighting in a cafe area. So if I didn't have that bar here drawing all my settlers, then someone would have now been sat at this table area. They do interact with chairs during the day anyway, but the bar tends to draw them. So it just means you can have an outdoor cafe if you didn't want to have a bar area, or at different ends of your settlement you could have one of each. Next trick, the street lighting. I've done a similar thing on a video about sanctuary, but here there's 3 existing lampposts. So what you can do, use the chandelier version, and when you go to place it, jump up in the air first so that it wedges up into the structure. And because the light will never reach the floor from that height, I just dropped an industrial light onto the floor. Just from a distance it looks like you actually have a working street light. The one in the far corner, you can do exactly the same thing to it. The only one which is a problem is this one. For some reason I can't get the chandelier to be working attached to a higher point, and because the bottom of the lamppost is outside the build area, I've had to drop a small chems box and hide it in a bush to get the lighting effect. But unless you actually got close to it, you don't really notice, to be honest. I mean, it's only a piece of just background decoration. The next part of lighting, the existing speakers that you have littering the area at the drive-in movie, if you keep them and you wiggle the cursor around, you can get these to just about stick. You have to click it when it flashes green. So what I've done, I've lit them all up and they go in a nice circle around the area, which basically means that at night time you have a lit up path between all of your stores. Technically they're closed, but again it still looks nice. And just for the trading outpost, instead of having a whole massive build here, because the build limit isn't that great, the ground's not even, despite the open space, it's kind of a pain to build here. So what I've done is each of my traders has just come along and set up a small freestanding business. So you've got your clinic, let's see, general store, caravans. I've tried to theme each one as well to what the business is. So you've got clothing with the dressers and bureaus. Over here you've got my armor, so it has the armor workbench and the power station. And lastly, pretty much you've got the weapon stand. Not really much you can do to show that off apart from small boxes and the weapon workbench. The one I did quite like is, this is my actual proper bar which I'll keep for this settlement. Again, I just wanted something that a trader's thrown together in a hurry. You know, they've just come along. The caravaners all tend to congregate here because of the water and exchange things. I guess what I really wanted was somewhere that looked like Bunker Hill, but without all the walls around it. And also, because you only tend to get one or two of the caravaners at Bunker Hill, it still felt a little bit empty for what it was supposed to represent. So here you've got 6 stalls, all laid out. I quite like how that looks. I mean, it's not a huge build. I've still got, let's see, I've still got some space left, but this gives you an indication of how small the build area is here without scrapping your weapons on the floor. Hit that button. So that's about it. So basically, I just wanted to give you guys three kind of ideas. You've got your external bar area with the cafe, your small little business multiplex. Oh look, someone's actually doing some work for once. And that's what you get during the day. All 4 of them will happily stand there and serve through the hatches, which look quite cool. And you've got what I'll keep, which is my trading outpost. And that's it. So I hope that's given you some ideas for what you can do with lighting and with having an open area build. So have a great game, guys.